The patrons of the Transformer Slag podcast have been asking for more Transformer finance videos, so I'm going to give you guys one today. There's been a lot of price movement up and down within the Transformer world, and a lot of it is really interesting. And I like doing these finance videos because it's a lot of product that people have right now that's sitting loose, complete on their shelving, and it might be something you might not be interested anymore. And if there's a huge price jump, hey, you could take advantage of that, get rid of some old product, and put it towards some better new product. Now let's jump into these. We got three really interesting ones, to say the least. First one I want to talk about is what's going on here with the Transformers Deluxe Class Siege Ironhide. This was a guy, MSRP $19.99, $20 figure, 2019 last year. And he has just skyrocketed in value recently. He was a second wave deluxe. You know, it's not like he had distribution problems. I mean, the only explanation I could really have for this is just because it's a popular character that has a unique version, that being his Cybertronian mold. And I mean, that mold's pretty darn good too. I mean, I like it more as the Crosshairs version, the repaint of it that we got afterwards. And we're going to be getting that same mold later on through the Quintesson Trooper that we saw through the Netflix series, supposedly. But this one here, it's crazy. So MSRP $19.99, $20 more or less. And this guy, like, today is like selling for between a high of like $75, almost 4 times the value, and a low $55, almost 3 times the value. Now keep in mind that's MSRP sealed, mint in box, but when you're talking even loose complete, you're talking $45, so that's more than double. And the ones that are like currently even available on sale as of this recording, you have like loose complete ones at best for $35, which is almost double the original value, and then boxed ones, I mean 75, and then up to even 120. It's pretty nutty. So that one's had a lot of movement, so if you got one of those, just a heads up, he's worth something now, at least for the time being. Next one here, and this one's even more perplexing because it goes against a lot of things that go on, and it's that of Alpha Bravo from Combiner Wars. Now, he was a Wave 1 figure. MSRP $16.99, 2014. Wave 1 figures normally have no difficulty finding their hands into collectors of how plentiful they are because they're Wave 1 releases. But I think that Alpha Bravo, the thing that really hurt him more than anything was because he was Alpha Bravo. He was the odd man out. He was the aerial bot piece that people didn't want. He was not Slingshot, or like Quick Slinger, I think is what Hasbro would end up trademarking it. But he was not Slingshot, so a lot of people either didn't pick him up, or they were waiting for Hasbro to do their release over here outside of United Warrior, which many people also got the Japanese version instead. So he was just one of those figures that was the odd man out. And I'll be honest with you, and a lot of people could confirm this, he was a bit of a shelf warmer. Not a crazy amount, but he was really unpopular in that first wave. A lot of people were buying everything else but him. So kind of a shame. But it's funny how time works. Time passes, and it ends up that this figure was the only figure, like this is the only figure representation of this character. Never got a Japanese release. At most, even from a merchandising standpoint, he got like one card in the TCG, and he pretty much existed just to be a mold that can then be later used to make blades and vortex for the other combiners. So kind of sad, but you know, had a little bit of a play in the IDW comics. Had a really well written story by Jesse Witherich in the Transformer Collector Club text stories. Very well done. That the art was done by Tomoya. Really good stuff. So if you were a fan of this character, this is the only route. It's all funneled into this one release. And original MSRP $16.99, you know, now it's going carded easily between 40 and 50 to $60. So crazy triple, almost quadruple value jump. Currently on sale, like all you could pretty much get on eBay right now, loose complete, if you're lucky, $35 to $40, which is crazy. Double the money, if not triple right there. And then boxed complete, or well, actually mint on card complete, $60 to $70. So if you're a fan of this character, it's kind of funny. It kind of relates almost to a segment we talked about a few days ago about people we collect. If you're a fan of this character, it's the only version of him. It's the only release, the only anything, and it's all funneled into this one figure. And now we're finally seeing, after all these years, that his value is increasing despite him being a Wave 1 release, which are so plentiful because no one picked him up and the secondary market on him is really weak. It's kind of sad, but hey, gives him another chance. And people who did pick him up, now's your time. And the last one here, let's go to complete opposite. Instead of like a Wave 1 release, let's talk about a late wave release that's just skyrocketing in value right now. Is that of the Titans Return Windblade 2017 release. MSRP $16.99. Now, this was, again, late wave release, Wave 5, right when Titans Return was on its way out. I guess its popularity is because it's a unique version of the character. I know that a lot of people would be like, oh man, that's like the thick version of Windblade, you know, like she has the more curves and everything. Maybe they like the fact that she comes with the 2 swords, or the fact that she has the Headmaster, Titan Master gimmick. I mean, me personally, if you really like this mold, I would get the Japanese version, the Legends one, which is LG62, I believe, but that goes for like $125. And it also comes with an extra Target Master, which is Pinpointer, which is Crosshairs' Target Master. So there's a lot going on with that Legends release. Has the more comic book accurate colors too. But let's talk about the Titans Return retail version here in the West. So again, $16.99 MSRP. Boxed complete versions going between $90 and more, and sometimes as low, and these were like eBay bidding wars for this thing, sold at like $52 to $55. So still pretty crazy, considering it's a $16.99 deluxe originally. And even the loose ones go for like $60, $70. There was only one that had a bidding war that went to $40, but still, that's still like more than double its original value. Right now, all that's available on eBay, very limited. These got eaten up. I don't know what's going on here. There's like one loose complete for $75, and then it's just box stuff between $90 and $100. So if you want this figure, man, she went up a lot. 5 times the value, if not more, if you pick this thing up and sat on it. 2017 release, so very surprising, that one too. But again, these are figures that are probably sitting in your collection. You know, they're sitting on the shelf. Maybe there's better versions that have come since then that fill your needs. Although in the case of these, the Ironhide, what's unique about it? Well, it's his only Cybertronian version really at this moment for the Siege thing. Alpha Bravo, it's the only version of that character that exists. And in the case of the Windblade, well, I guess it's because it's the only Titan Master, the one that comes with the Scorchfire Titan Master, and it has the unique body type to her, so maybe that's an appeal to people. But I mean, even if they wanted to get the Legends version, that's $125 if not more. So this is the cheaper of the two, and it's still pretty expensive. So at the end of the day, hey, if these are sitting in your collection, you don't want them anymore, just to let you know, these things have increased in value significantly. Things change as of this recording, but things change. But as it is right now, these are the current big price markets that have been happening in the Transformer finance world, more or less. And it's pretty fascinating. So hope you guys learned something here today, and we'll talk again more tomorrow.